Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. This little clip right now is an introduction to the video you're going to watch, which is about 30 minutes long, so please watch the whole thing. You can skip through it if you want, but you're going to miss a great conversation between myself and Jay Williams. Some of you know him as Jay Will or Jay. That's what I call him, Jay. Now, he's been watching my channel from the birth of my Project 13. So he's been following me and seeing me grow, and you know, he's been one of my biggest supporters, and he's come to me recently and asked if we could do a video collaboration, basically a vlog, tech talk conversation that I want you to participate in, especially in the feedback, the comment section below, okay? So again, this is my first. He's been a big encouragement for me to do this. Now I've done it. He did the video recording of it, the editing, uploaded, shared it with me. Now I'm going to upload it here on my Project 13, and I'm glad he did, you know, that he asked me and that he encouraged me to do it, because I had a great time doing it. It was fun, it was exciting, and I'm just glad to bring it to the team. And whether you're on the team and you're just watching for the first time, check it out, see what you think. If you have some questions, if some of it doesn't make sense, please ask so we can elaborate on that. And that's what these conversations are for. Remember, none of this is wrong or right. Okay, it's all opinion based on our own experiences between Jay and myself. There is going to be more that we make. Tony Pazzo is going to come on. He's already made a couple with Jay. Those guys are more experienced in that area. I'm the new kid on the block, so our next collaboration will probably have Tony Pazzo on here as well. Yeah, just the encouragement was there, and like I said, I did it. It was fun, and now I'm excited to do more. So enjoy Tech Talk between Jay Will and myself, my Project 13, and please leave some feedback. Peace.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So today, as you can see, we have a very special guest, and no introduction is needed, but for those in the know, we know who it is. But if you don't know, this is my man Anthony. He's better known on YouTube as myproject13. Really good. I'm not going to call him an up-and-coming YouTuber because he's already here. He's doing good, and he just celebrated 1,500. He passed the 1,500 mark on YouTube, so that's good. Everybody say what's up to my man Tony. Tony, take it away, man.
Hey everybody, how's it going? First of all, I want to say thank you, Jay, for having me on. Been looking forward to this moment for a long time. Obviously, there's things in life that get thrown our way that pause everything, and we can't get to it right away. But yeah, just glad to be here and do some tech talk and meet a lot of people that follow you, man. You got a lot of tremendous people over there following you. I read a lot of the comments, and just hope that we keep their attention in whatever we talk about. So yeah, again, thank you so much for having me on.
I've been waiting to get you on camera, dude. I've been waiting. Shout out to Tony P. Also, my man Tony Pazzo. Tony, we got to all link up. I know you're watching this. We got to link up, me, you, and Anthony, and get that video going, man. But I've been trying to get with Anthony for a long time. We've been planning this. It's probably been over 2 months now, but you know, life happens. You know, we got things to do. But he's definitely got some loyal followers. So I thought it would be good to get him on the channel and really get some light on him and his thoughts on technology, because his approach to videos. I remember back in the day. Remember I told you, I said, you're not going to show the product more, but after watching your videos for a while, everybody has their own style. And we have some, you know, we have some topics that we want to touch. But first, I want to get your take, Tony or Anthony, on your style of your YouTube videos. What sets yours apart? Why did you take that approach?
I was actually talking to a coworker the other day about this because they're actually interested in starting a channel, and they asked me, "Well, how did you do it? How did you go?" And it was pure accident. I had an issue with the device, and I thought I would make a little video clip, send it to the company so they could see what I was talking about. And when I actually watched the video back and I uploaded it publicly, I was like, wow, okay, I'm getting response. And as I got into doing the next one, myself, thumbs up, thumbs down. I talk a little slow, you know, or I go on too long about an area, and then I said, you know, maybe I got to change it up here. And then what I didn't realize, I actually videotape myself. And it was at that point that I realized, hey, I'm not too bad at that. I kind of enjoyed this. And that's the response I started getting back. And it became more like, I want to be who I am in communication with everyone out there. And the way to do that is just be who I am here, like at home or at work. Because if I'm just sitting here talking to a friend hanging out, just be me. And what happened is the enthusiasm of all that just started dropping into that person even more so.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely have a way of being on camera, and I think that's what makes your channel unique. And if you, obviously I'm going to have a link to his channel in this video, but you definitely, if you don't know who he is, all of my subscribers, go to his channel. I actually feature him on another video. He wasn't in the video when I was picking out my favorite my favorite YouTubers that I'm subscribed to. And I didn't pick all the big names. I picked people who I thought were genuinely for real on camera, and they were really giving real world tests of these products. They weren't just getting a loaner phone, using it for 2 days, doing a review, and then putting a review up, telling everybody it's garbage or it's horrible. They were actually buying these products, and he fell into that category. And, you know, it was just a good thing. So I thought that this guy is somebody that, and I've been following him for a long time, mind you, since he put up his channel. But you know, I very seldom commented, and I just kind of was like, I'm just going to lay back and see what this guy's really about. But you know, he's actually a really good YouTuber, and I think you guys should follow him. So now, listen, myproject13, as he goes by on YouTube, I got to get your take. So we have some things we're going to talk about. But first, this is a question that I'm going to answer, and he'll give his take on. I want you guys to get in the comments and you know, tell us what you think the best is. We got 3 things we're going to talk about today. What is the best mid-range device? I mean, overall, one of the best. What is the best high-end device? And what is the king of phones right now? So let's start with the mid-range first. Anthony, what do you think what's your take? Whether you have it or not, whether you've used it, whether you've seen it. Obviously, having the device is going to give you the upper hand because you know firsthand, you know, what it's about. But even if you haven't used it or, you know, you just kind of play with it at a store, what do you think is the best mid-range category device that you can purchase right now? I mean, price, body, everything. What's the best that you would recommend to a family member, friend? Which is it?
Wow, and that's a hard question because I'm thinking of what I've had in hand and what I've not had in hand. And obviously, I've watched a lot of videos on the Honor 5X and a lot of great reviews on that. Not having it is the negative for me, but I'm sure in what I get with the raw videos that I'm watching, especially the more real-to-life ones, that seems like right now that would be worth your $199.
Yeah.
And not maybe even more. I don't think that device, I think you could have priced that even more. It's still been very good with it. I would say that. I would say, well, I don't know if we're going for just mid-range or mid-range flagship because the 6P.
No, that's a high-end device. I mean, I'm talking about that's well over $200. So sticking to something that's $250 or less.
$300 category.
$250 or less.
I would say, well,
the $250 or less.
The blue device that I had with the 5,000 milliamp battery.
Oh yeah.
Now that was the Blue Studio Energy 2.
Yeah, the 5,000 milliamp. Yeah.
Now, small device, but tough, durable device, and under $200. Moderate to heavy user. That device was phenomenal. I would literally throw that in there, the Moto G 3rd Gen in there, Honor 5X.
I think.
I can't give you a solid answer.
See, it's harder. You know, there's so many out there. I think you're right. It is a very difficult question to answer. With the mid-range devices, there's more mid-range devices that are fighting for that spot than there is high-end devices. There's not as many high-end devices as there are mid-range devices when it comes to premium specs overall. There's a bunch of devices that are under 300 that are killer. I mean, boss. You got the OnePlus X right now. It just dropped to $199. I might have to pick that up. I've been waiting. I never bought it, excuse me, at launch. And, man, I might have to pick that up. It's only $199 right now. It's got killer hardware. I mean, it's got an 808 Snapdragon. It's got 3 gigs of RAM. Pretty much stock Android, which leads me to my next question before we get to the high-end phones. I think the Honor 5X is a good phone, but you also have the LG G Stylo. You have the LG K10 I just picked up. That is a killer phone with killer battery. You've got the Moto G line. There's just way too many phones out there. But then you got phones like this that are not in the U.S. This is $97. 1080p display, 5.2-inch display, SD card, killer metal body. I mean, it's hard to decide, but I think I will leave that for the comments for everyone else. But you got the K7. That is a killer phone. Some people might think that the K7 is not good just because of the resolution. It's like 854 by 4. But that phone, and you got to use it. The K7 is a boss. 5-inch, the body on it is so smooth. It's ridiculous.
I like the curved display on there. It's very nice, and I mean it's just beautiful. It's what 480p, and I did a few videos using that in my car.
Yeah.
And I got the great response. What is that device you're using? Are you kidding me? Really? Yeah. No. It is the 720 of yesterday.
Yep.
480p.
Yep.
Literally, it's just beautiful. So yeah, I would have to drop that device into the conversation.
Yeah.
Now people would look, well, how many gigs of RAM does it have? What, does it have this? No, but don't look at it that way. Look at what I paid $90 for this device at Best Buy.
Yeah.
Like 2-3 years ago, I would have paid $300.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Easy.
At the specs. So yeah, you're right. The battle goes on right
Yeah.
in the middle there, and it's a very intriguing battle when it comes to mid-range devices, much more so than the flagship.
Oh yeah.
device.
Yeah.
Much more intriguing, much more captivating. I can't get enough, and that's where it's hard for me to decipher which one could be better.
Yeah.
But it's so nice to have that many to talk about.
Yeah. I've got a device coming in the next few weeks. It costs, I think, like $120. It's got a fingerprint reader, metal body, killer. It's one of those phones that I get from my company here that sends me all these phones. It's like $120 or $160 or something like that. But so, all right, we all know that the iPhone 6s Plus is one of the best smartphones ever made. Metal body, killer cameras. It's just an all-around monster. So, with that being said, is it still considered high-end? All right, so let's move on to high-end devices. What is the ultimate? Not the ultimate. In the high-end category, what is the best phone for high-end? I mean, price, body, everything. What is it? What's yours? I won't disagree. I probably won't disagree. The Samsung Galaxy S7 and the S7 Edge in particular, this is a boss. He has one, Tony has one, I have one. I think we all have one. Tony, we really got to get this video going, dude. Tell him, Anthony, we got to get this thing on. We got to get our video going, dude. We need to get you in on it.
I know.
But I'm agree. That's a quick one. That's a short one. It's quick to the point. While I do love the iPhone 6s Plus, it's just a brick in my pocket. It's not waterproof. So hopefully the next iPhone is a boss. But all he did was hold it up, and I don't disagree. That's it. That's an easy one.
Every aspect of this device, it just says sexy. It's just smooth. It's fresh. I can use every word possible out there that describes this device. And, put some of the bloatware aside. There's so much on here that literally you don't even think of that because of how much it gives you. And being that the Note 2 was my last Samsung device, what a better way to come back into the Samsung world than to have picked this up and enjoy everything that it's done for me. It's just phenomenal. isn't, but
I think it's loud.
it's waterproof. It's water resistant, right?
I think it's loud.
And on every device, you're going to have to give up something. And the speaker still is decent. It's good enough. It works. So if that's it, then hey, you know what? Kudos to Samsung, because this device is just, like I called it in my other videos, the peak of the mountain. It's the flag.
That's it.
It's the flag. Everything else right now is looking up at this waving and
well, I don't really have to say much because he kind of hit the nail on the head. Boom. There is nothing more than this device right here that is considered the top of the line high end. Now, some people might argue, well, you know, it costs $800 and it's not worth it. What do you say to that?
I say if you have the $800, you can't say it's not worth it until you pick it up and put it in your hand.
Hello.
Okay.
Thank you. Confirmation.
It literally comes, and that's, you know, I can almost put a stamp on that opinion.
Yep.
Because I don't have a lot of money, and how I use my funds and my financial situation to pick up devices, I have to be very careful how I go about doing it so I can keep the channel going.
That's right.
For me to spend over $700 on this device and tell you that it was worth every penny.
Boom. Boom.
I'm not rich by any means. I'm not rich. And
Me neither.
It's sure, it puts a dent in the wallet, but I'm telling you, man, this thing is worth, if you have it, consider it, pick it up, and then come back and leave some feedback and tell me if we're wrong.
There's nothing much I can add to that because this is a killer device. We're going to move to the next little segment here, and I know what his answer is going to be because I know what my answer is. But maybe we'll take a different approach. I'll start with this one, and we'll get it popping. All right, so it's time to move on to a very quick one. I'll start with this one. I've been waiting for this video so long. I'm so glad we finally got him on, man. This is exciting. But the question that I was going to ask him was, now he already told us what he felt like. We agreed on the top of the line high-end smartphone. Now, the ultimate smartphone for any average consumer, a phone that I could recommend to a person, whether they want high-end, low-end, they want a little bit of everything. That's kind of a difficult one to discuss. However, there is a phone for everyone. But the question was going to be, what is the ultimate cell phone? Now, as a techie, the ultimate cell phone is probably going to be the one we just talked about, the S7 Edge. This is the ultimate. If you're into technology, you got to have an S7 Edge. Now, what about the average consumer? What phone can I tell the average consumer to grab so it doesn't break the bank? They're getting a lot of bang for buck, and they're still getting some of the feel of the not a Samsung product, just that overall experience. It won't be identical, but they don't want to break the bank. They say, what is the most well-rounded smartphone that a person can buy? It's not going to break the bank. It's got some killer features. What phone could that be?
Well, now we're going somewhere else with this. I guess for me, simplistic has to be a word that's put in there, and Nexus is simple.
Well, I could say also, what about the iPhone? Let's not sleep on the iPhone. The iPhone 6S is a killer. I have one. I have the big one too. Those are killer phones. Now, you say the 6P. I say for the average consumer, I would recommend probably the iPhone SE. The iPhone SE at top of the line is $499. And you spoke of simple. You're absolutely right. I don't debate that. I think Android is extremely simple. Society says, with the blinders on, that the iPhone is the most the iPhone is the most simple phone to use. Well, for the average consumer, I would tell them to either pick up the iPhone SE, 64 gig, of course, not the 16. I would tell them to get that phone or I'll refer them to the 32 gig Nexus 5X.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. I mean, those pricings, and the Nexus 6P is right there, just a little bit more. It's actually the same price as the iPhone SE. And I wanted to give two different kinds of sizes of phone screens there. You got a 4-inch phone and a 5.2-inch phone or something like that. But the Nexus 5X is a killer phone. The 32 gig models, which you should get, because it has a fingerprint reader. The iPhone SE has a fingerprint reader, you know. The Nexus 5X has a great camera. The iPhone SE has a great camera. The 6P definitely is one of a phone that can, and when I say the all-around, I mean, I'm talking about average consumer, not techies. Because it's hard, we often mix our techie side into it. But as an average consumer, it's kind of difficult to pick up. Like when I'm shopping for someone else, I don't tell them to go get a $900 phone or get that 128 gig, because they're looking at me like, why do I need 128 gigs? A lot of customers are like, I don't need 128 gigs. Just give me 16. I don't think I'm going to use that. But overall, I would tell them to get the Nexus 5X. And the 6P is actually right in there too. Or my choice would be the SE, the 5X, or the 6P. Because I think those are within the price. All three of those are within the price range. You just beat me to the 6P. I think the 5X is another one that I would tell because of the experience. You notice I didn't pick any LGs, any Samsungs, any Motorola's. I didn't pick any of those because most of those phones have their own added touch to Android. And I would want a person just starting off to flow right in and pick up what the software is really supposed to be about. Now, some people are going to say, Jay, I thought you were a Windows fan. I am a Windows fan. But I wouldn't recommend at this point in the game a Windows phone to a person because there's no support. Absolutely none. Would you recommend a Windows phone to a person right now?
No.
I love Windows Phone.
And that's the most difficult thing, because when we talk about Windows or even Blue, which has a lot of fascinating devices, which I'd like to recommend, the support is just not there.
Nope.
And when you don't have the support, I hate to be the guy that says, hey, you know, unless you really know and you have a group of people you can go to with these devices, but if you're just the average consumer who doesn't know and something goes wrong, what are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and I agree with you and everything you just said. I really do. And that's my issue with Blue, and I hope at some point that gets better.
Yeah.
Because they got fascinating devices. But I think you're right on the LG 5X. Some may say, well, what about battery life? Battery life isn't that great. But I always tell you, and I tell everybody this, it's got fast charge. Utilize it.
Yeah, I thought the battery was actually great on the 5X. I think the 5X has great battery.
Difference of who you are, who I am, or who the guy over here is, or the gal over here.
Yeah.
But when these devices come equipped with something like fast charge, take advantage of it. And you know, whatever device it is, I don't care what it is. That's what it's there for. So utilize your experience on it. The LG, and you're right. The 32 gig variant has to be the one you consider.
Yeah.
Do not pick the 16 gig variant. They shouldn't have created that device. But I think it's. I've actually thought about bringing that device back in.
You should get it. Remember, I bought it before, but I bought the 16 gig. So I need to move up to the 32 gig. That's what I got. That's what I got to do.
I mean, and I'm sure we love our SD card slots on these devices that we're talking about, but we've learned to utilize 32 gigs, haven't we?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got a 32 gig, but I still have like 20 gigs left.
Really?
Yeah. On my S7, I got a 200 gig card I have used. I have like 150 gigs left on the card and like 20 gigs left on the phone. I don't even really need a 200 gig card, but again, it was such a great deal. I just get it, you know, just to have it. Yeah.
It's nice to have.
Yeah.
I would agree with you. I played with the SE, the iPhone SE at Best Buy, and it's a sweet-looking little device. Feels great. And you know, and I'm going to say this for everybody out there, I've never had an iPhone.
We got to change that, bro.
I've had them in hand, but I never have. And so I can't argue. But the general public, the general consumer, you are 100% right.
Yeah.
They love them small devices.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got to change. Dude, you have to get an iPhone. My SE is upstairs, but I had this. I didn't know I was going to talk about it, but the big one's here. But you got to get an iPhone, dude. You have to get, even if you get the 6, It's still a ball. I have an iPhone. It's upstairs. I'm down here in the kitchen today recording. But I have a lot of phones upstairs, and I still have the older iPhone, the iPhone 6. I have the iPhone 5S, the iPhone SE, the iPhone 6S, the iPhone 6S Plus, the iPhone 6 Plus. You got to get an iPhone, dude. And I can guarantee you're going to freaking love the experience. Will you get bored? Probably, yeah. But then you can go back to your Android phone. Then when you get, want something different, go back to the iPhone. Keep yourself interested. But we're going to...
What we do, I started out all Android and at first, I have to recant some of the conversation I had on my channel about Apple products because I will never use an Apple. As I've grown and done my homework, it's becoming more intriguing.
I've done that too, bro.
Why? Because I'm growing in my mind in what I'm doing, and my love for it says, why not? Why not? Maybe I will always be an Android lover, but that doesn't mean I can't try something new and not knock it and just assume I would like it just because of whatever reason I have with Apple. And
that's right.
I love my third-party apps. I love not having to be restricted. And that was always my biggest thing with Apple products, But I'm there. I'm ready to take that on. I'm ready to experience that. This is probably the first year I'll be bringing in an Apple device. And I think that's just the way growth is and maturity as far as when it comes to tech and anything. So I think you're right.
Well, I just want to be on the same team. We're going to go to the next, my Project 13. I'm going to go to the next question, and we're going to get this thing rolling. All right, so we're going to move to the last segment. I love doing vlogs. I just don't do enough of them. And Anthony kind of keeps me going with the vlogs and stuff, man. Especially Tony too, man. Those guys, you guys do things in front of the camera more than I used to do. So not afraid to be in front of the camera. I do a lot of I have a lot of stuff to put out. I have a lot of content to put out, so products. So nonetheless, this has been fantastic. Before we move to the last segment here, just want to say thanks, dude, for coming on the channel. All my subscribers, if you didn't know who he was, this is my Project 13. He runs a great group of people over there on his channel. And I think it's fun to always get different opinions on things, and really that's all. This is all for fun. We all do it because we love it, and it's all about how we feel about the passion. We can see it in our work. But dude, it has been a phenomenal time chatting with you today. I know we're going to do more in the future, and I will get Tony on next time to bless us with his gracious presence and bring some more flavor to the video. But thanks, dude, for being on, and it's.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it so much.
Oh man, yeah. So the last question is gonna spark, some not between me and you, but for viewers that watch this video. To the point, stock Android or non-stock Android?
Stock Android.
I say nah. I like TouchWiz. I like LG Skin. I like TouchWiz. Stock Android gets boring after a while, just like an iPhone. With Samsung products and LG products, they have multi-screen. They have a bunch of different things. The S Pen. They have all these different things that make Android good. Now, do I like stock Android? Of course, I have stock Android phones. However, my preference is TouchWiz or LG Skin. Those are my top two skins. You say stock Android, there it is.
Can I add a little bit to that?
Hey, knock yourself out.
So stock Android only comes from me as far as who I am, character-wise, personality-wise. I've always been a person that likes to simplify anything that's difficult. I work hard to simplify anything. And when I can get a device that is simple, look at how quick that was. Fingerprint sensor. It just makes it that much easier for me. Now, I will say this, because we've already said that the S7 Edge is the top-notch device.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that Samsung, LG, has incorporated areas like theming that add a lot of practical use to the device. And I've started to fall in love with the fact that, sure, I have a choice over here with the 6P2 down and to customize it, and okay. But I do like that I don't need to do that. That now your theme, there you go, is already incorporated in the software. What does that mean? You're going to get a smoother experience, like if it was stock Android.
Let me change my theme real quick while you're giving that dissertation there. Let's apply that theme. Ooh, look at that. I am changing to a theme that's like Android N. Wow. Boom. You said it, Anthony. You got yours.
I got the black theme on here with black widgets and icons and yeah. So maybe that's my opinion, but at the same time, I have a whole deep respect for what they're doing on these devices now if it's not stock Android. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
Am I against? No, because I'm having a lot of fun with what it's giving me on TouchWiz and what LG does with their devices. And you got that on the K7. Man, you can go into their little theme store and set up your device and have it work for you. And again, I guess at the end of the day, for whoever you are and whatever you do on your devices, make it worth your time for what you're picking up for what you work hard for.
Boom! There it is. The man said it. There it is. There it is. Well, man, it was a lot of fun, man. I'm gonna let Anthony close this out, man, because I always say peace in your next video. But Anthony, you can leave the last words, man, and tell everybody your channel, your Twitter, your Yada, your everything, man. This is your man Jay Will, but Anthony's gonna close this out. This is a fun video.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it, man. Hey, again, Jay Will, one of my biggest supporters. I appreciate him asking me to come on and do this. And again, you're going to see more of this as time goes on. We're going to obviously have Tony Pazzo on here as well. And who knows what the road this journey has for all of us as we continue to do this. Twitter, Anthony131368. Follow me there. Google Plus, myproject13. Again, this is a team. It's not about me